Well, we've gone on Week Mini Bong. I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream. So hello to everybody who's here in the chat. We've got PB218, Super VH, Oktar, Mirage Productions, Razorquake 46, William Edward Hackman, Oxy, Ironhide, All Might, Damon Swinky, Mercenary Terror, Gen 1 Red Alert, Cuddy Fox, and Wolfman, I think. I'm not sure if I said your name yet, but welcome to everybody who's here, and welcome to you who's watching the replay. I do appreciate everybody who's checking in and hanging out with us. Just a quick scheduling note: there's going to be no stream next week. I will be otherwise engaged, but we'll be back the week after that. Just for your planning purposes or whatever. But beyond that, we've got a good show tonight. We're going to talk about the event coming up, of course. We're going to talk about the Alliance headquarters. You guys may have seen it in the game already. I mean, they basically put out the announcement, said, hey, it's in the newsletter, it said, hey, yeah, by the way, go check your game. The headquarters is active. And we'll talk about what those list of bots are in the newsletter and what they mean, as if you didn't know already, because we've talked about it. And let's just go ahead and get to the news. So this weekend's event is called Enter the DJD, certainly inspired by the fact that Tarn has just joined the game for the Decepticons. Gather your alliance and win up to 60 Magnaboss or Tripredicus Combiner crystals. That means you're going to get, you're only going to get Magnaboss or Tripredicus bots in there. Could be 2-star, 3-star, or 4-star. 200,000 Combiner Spark, 200,000 Spark, 2,500 4-star shards, 7,500 3-star shards, and 60,000 Premium Crystal Shards. And it is a totalizer for an alliance, and starts the usual Friday start time, ends the usual Monday stop time. Super XP during the event. You got to be level 4 and to be in an alliance. Hit the yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, collect the points, and collect the prizes. The event battle zones are the standard battle zones, and here is a list of the prizes. As you can see, they're spread throughout, and 500,000 points completes the event for you and your alliance mates. In other news, that's it for the event, really. Also, talking about, did a vote for the 5-star bots over on the official Transformers Earth Wars Discord. Unfortunately, Nosecone and Drillhorn did not win the vote, but Rotorstorm and Spinister did. And so they will definitely be in the next batch. We don't know who the rest of the batches will, who the rest will be in the batch yet. And honestly, I totally forgot to check who got second and third place, because I'm pretty sure they said they'd take the top 3. But the newsletter only called out Rotorstorm and Spinister, and so I should have checked that. But if you're in the Earth Wars Discord, you can go see. And somebody might chime in in the chat with that. But yeah, definitely Rotorstorm, Spinister. And I think those are good bots to add there. They're kind of like almost the Sentius twins. So yeah, cool. I'm happy to see them in the next batch. I'm still going to finish out the current batch, because I think the 5-star Star Saber would be pretty awesome. So. Also, coming next week will be Acid Krebseks. So a whole new type of Krebsek. It'll be green. They'll be green, obviously, because they're acid, and it says it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it will negate any healing for a few seconds. So that would be a good time if you see something that happens to be under the effect of Micronus Prime Core on the building, or one of the build bots with the zone heal, or even something with like a self heal power core on there. So that would be a good use for an acid Krebsek. Pretty situational type of a Krebsek. I don't think this would be something that you would probably take into just a standard PvP battle where you don't know what you're going to get. But I could see how this could be useful for wars where you are actually able to kind of check out what the base looks like before you go into attack it. You can plan your strategy and go do it. So I think this would be more for a war type of a battle boost more than something that you bring with you on a PvP. For those you don't know what you're going to get. You know, it's like a box of chocolates, and so you kind of need to be prepared for anything. So anything that's really kind of situational, whether it's a situational kind of a bot or a situational kind of a battle boost or a power core or something like that, it don't really help you with those types of things like that. So, but still, it seems like it's a good little twist, particularly since there's a lot of healing for the bases having to come lately. So. And that's not all that's coming. As they say, something is coming if you happen to have the following bots for the Autobots. If you have Impactor, Roadbuster, Twin Twist, Topspin, or Whirl. Or for the Decepticons, if you have Celagon, Half Shell, Sea Phantom, Scylla, or Terrormander, something is coming. And they gave a hint that they'd be sharing information with the content creators, and I must not be on that list because I didn't get shared anything. But I do have access to the test account, so we'll go over here. I do have access to the test server, and I am on the list to get the bots, so I did go ahead and fire this up for you guys. Here is Ruination, the Autobot Wreckers Combiner. So yes, there he is. We were kind of wondering how is this going to turn out because the Impactor that they used in the game is actually based on the Transformers Collector Club version of Impactor, who was based on Rook. He was a leg for a combiner called Wreckage. So is he going to be a leg or is he going to be the torso? I was thinking it would be in the torso, even though that's not really what that particular toy was intended, but it's a game. They can do whatever they want with it, and they did do whatever they wanted with it, and here he is. So Impactor is the torso. You can see you've got Roadbuster and Twin Twist as the arms. You've got Whirl and Topspin as the legs, and there's his ugly mug there. And yeah, it does. I've seen some people note that it kind of just looks like Impactor mass shifted and just got a little bit bigger, and then attached the other guys to his arm. And yeah, that is kind of what it looks like. But you know, it looks good. It looks fine. But yeah, we'll go ahead and transform him out of Ruination mode. And for all you Decepticons, unfortunately, I don't have anybody to show you a combiner, but it will be God Neptune. So. And so there they are. You can see Whirl and Topspin are kind of hanging out in the air since they are flying bots and the others are on the ground just kind of chilling, bouncing back and forth. And we'll go ahead and do the transformation here. Interesting that the two flying bots end up as the legs. It would have made more sense of them being on the arms, because that way they could just fly into the position instead of him having to kneel down or grab them off the ground. Like that. So, but there you go. There is Ruination. And I pressed the wrong button. So, as far as the abilities go, they, the only word I heard was that, you know, you can show off the bots. I don't think the abilities are finalized yet. But I have seen them shared around, so I didn't want to hit that. I'm trying to hit the little thing. So this one is called God Sting. Now that sounds a little bit more like for you know, God Neptune. Now keep in mind, this is the test account. These are far from finalized. They may change quite a bit. We're not even going to use this guy in battle, but you can kind of see what it does. Pretty standard. We're going to charge forward and we're going to do some damage. They've got a stun. It says there's a tidal wave. Speaking of which, the next one is called Tidal Wave. Again, sounds a lot like God Neptune. So I think that we'll probably be seeing different names for this for Ruination. And it unleashes a large wave. So will Ruination do a wave? Probably not, but probably be something similar. So very, very much like almost all the other combiners, you've got kind of a rush or a jump for the first ability, and then you've got some other kind of do damage from a distance ability, and then the four-star ability that you unlock with the 4-star combiner is called God Splitter, and sends a shockwave dealing a massive amount of damage, including targets in a line. So, and one of the things I did notice, it does appear that these abilities do stack with them. So, like if you see, like this one says, So if you send out the tidal wave and then you do this God Sting or whatever, which stuns them, it will actually extend the ability. Same thing with the 4-star. Anything that is stunned or affected by the wave will release explosions that spread their effect. So I think this is the first combiner. Maybe? No, I want to say Defensor might have done. Yeah, no, there's been some that stacked before too, but not all of them do. But Ruination and God Neptune are definitely going to be doing that. So let's head back over to the news. So there you go, Ruination and God Neptune. I saw somebody asking if I had the toys out right now. I actually don't. There's no actual toy of this particular version of Ruination. I do have the version of the Fall of Cybertron Ruination, but it's packed away in a bin right now. And so next stream, when they actually fully announce the actual combiners, I'll go ahead and bring out that version of Ruination. I'll also bring over Wreckage, the toy that was from the Combiner Club, or the Collector Club, that includes the Impactor that we have in here. So we'll see a couple of different versions of the Wreckers Combiners here on the next stream. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about the Alliance headquarters, and yeah, well, there's a lot to talk about with the Alliance headquarters. I didn't have a whole lot of time to be able to put together slides for everything. So what I thought we would do is we would just kind of head back over to the game. Now I'm going to do it on the test account because that's just where I happen to be right now, but this is live. And you know what? I'm going to back out and do that again for you so you can see. So what you want to do is you want to tap the Alliance button, same place where you'd go to see like the leaderboard and the war and things like that. And there's that little headquarters area right there. If you remember, before it was saying headquarters coming soon. Well, now it's just going to say visit and upgrade your Alliance base. You tap that, and then it'll go, your first time it'll download some content or whatever, and then you'll be in here and you'll be presented with your Alliance, either Autobot or Decepticon base. And so it's got some nice animation. You got some seagulls flying around, you got some guns firing. Best I could tell is they're firing at the birds because they don't want them to steal their Energon tacos or whatever. But there's a number of different things you can do here, and it's spelled out pretty well in the wiki, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. But basically, so you've got a Rookie Academy, you have a Research Center, you have an Intel Room, and we've got a Training Center, we have Defensive Operations, a Mining Station, and finally, this airstrip is the Strikers Outpost. And the way that you activate them or upgrade them is you donate. And all the Alliance needs to help donate, and it'll be practically impossible to do it yourself, because what you do is you go in And you hit the donate button, and then you have options. You can donate either 2,800 alloy, 32,000 alloy, 1,650 alloy energon, 16,500 energon, or 200 spark. Now here's the thing. It shows the first alloy needs 70 donations, and the second one needs 30 donations, then 70, 30, and 20. All of these donations need to be made. So it's not like, okay, well, you need to hit a certain number of alloy or you need to hit a certain number of energon. No, you need to donate 2,800 70 times. Then you need to donate 32,000 30 times. And each of these will give you loyalty points. Now, what are the loyalty points used for? Absolutely nothing. It's not a currency. You don't buy anything with it. It doesn't give you any benefits at all. All it is it's an indication to your fellow Alliance members and your Alliance leadership that you're participating in the Alliance headquarter donations. That's all it is. So, so don't be going over there thinking like, oh, yeah, like you can see, you can earn 70 loyalty points by donating the 30,000 alloy, but only 50 by donating the 2,800. Don't feel bad that you're going to get a few less because somebody else already came in and got all the ones at 70. It doesn't matter. Just go ahead and donate what you can, and the fact that you're putting up loyalty points shows you're participating. So don't get hung up on how many points you're getting. Just do your donations and go from there. So to donate, you just tap one of them. So it says you're about to donate so much alloy. I hit confirm, and there you go. I get 50 loyalty points, and then I have to wait 16 hours before I can donate for that particular thing again. Or I can skip with coins, but that seems a little ridiculous. I'd be surprised if anybody actually skips these donations. But you can donate each different one. So all of the different things that are open in your headquarters that accepts donations, you can donate to each one of them once every 16 hours since you last donated. So again, we'll go here. I'll donate. I'll do energon this time. Except I don't have any energon, so I'll do alloy then. Okay, so see, there's an example. Oh, I can't donate energon, so I'll just do some alloy. And this final one, I'll donate a little bit of spark. And so there we go. And it's easy as that. I've done as many donations as I can for the day. Come back in 16 hours. Pretty much the way I look at this is kind of like your once per day kind of a thing. When you come in to do your daily Cyber Pass quests or collect your daily free combat pod chip, go make donations for your Alliance. If you happen to start really early in the day, like when you first wake up and you happen to have a long day and you're still up, hey, maybe you can go ahead and donate twice in one day. But then it'll probably be just once the next day. So just do the best you can. So there you go. Like I said, you're not the points themselves. The loyalty points themselves just is to, as Silverbolt 94 here is saying, it's to keep track of your activity. It's not for anything. It's not used for anything. It really means nothing. Now, check with your Alliance leadership. They may want to have certain things or rules or whatever that are based around it or whatever, but it's kind of like medals. It's just an indication of what you do in the game. It's for show. It's for show. That's all it is. So yeah. And once you're done with there's really nothing else to do. So back down there at the bottom, you can still go back to the Alliance page where you can see whatever. Otherwise, you can hit the button that says home, and then that takes you back to your base, and then you can go back to doing everything else that you want to do in the game. And that's basically it for the Alliance headquarters. So let's go over now, and we'll look at the, this is on the Earth Wars Wiki. There's a whole lot of information here. We're not going to cover all of it right now because I don't feel like it. It's a lot, and we'll be here for a long time. But it does cover what the buildings are and all the different things, and it also talks about what the requirements are. Excuse me. It does what all the requirements are. Like, as you noticed, some of those were locked until you had to upgrade something else. It talks about all that. There's a nice confusing leveling chart here. So you could do that. So here's the Autobot base, which we saw there in the game. Actually, the interesting thing is, if you go, you look at these. These are the ones that were in the newsletter.
Autobots,
I hit the wrong button.
out.
I'm going back into my headquarters. I know you can't see it yet, but I just want to show you. So you look at these, and then come over here. They changed the layout. They changed the layout. The layout in the game is not the same as the layout in the images that they shared in the newsletter or have on the wiki, but that's fine. You get the idea, right? So the buildings, there's several buildings, and here's that nice little chart. It's there's 5 levels to each thing. They offer different abilities. Some things are chargeable, meaning it's not the bonus that you get from that particular building is not always active. And certain things are like, say, training center. To unlock that, you need to reach level 3 on the mining station or something, and level 3 on the intel room. And then to open up the research center, you then also need a level 3 on the training center. So you need to unlock these other things to unlock the training center, and then get that to 3, and then you can unlock the research center. So it's going to take a while to really unlock the full capability of your Alliance headquarters. The Rookie Academy, I think, would definitely be helpful in some of the mid-tier alliances where you have some really strong players and some that are still coming up. Because what the Rookie Academy does is you can specify a certain number of players who will never be chosen on defense in a war. So say you've got a bunch of players who are, your average is, mostly headquarters 15 or something, but you got a couple of people who are like, they're really good at putting up points, but they've got like a headquarters 12 base. You mark them as a rookie, and they won't be on defense. So that's pretty good. So here's what the research center is. If you can get to the research center, you'll get a 3% reduction for every level. So of your Autobot research time in the research lab. So, but again, to get to the research center, you have to unlock the level 3. You have to get to the level Let's try this again. You have to unlock the training center and get to level 3 on it before you can unlock the research center. So you're not going to be saving time on your research anytime soon. And even getting that to level 5, the maximum research reduction is like 15%. So it's still not a huge amount of time. Those research skips from the Cyber Pass are going to be way more beneficial than these research time reductions, really. But still, any little bit helps. Even if it doesn't help a lot, it does help a little. So it's still worth going for. I mean, you probably, if you're getting to that point, it's likely you'll have enough resources. Now, I'm not sure what the level of resources you're going to have to do to donate for these higher level things. Because remember, the values that we were looking at before, that was for level 1 at the very beginning of the Alliance headquarters. I expect as you get to higher levels in even those buildings that we looked at here, and also for the higher level ones, I expect the amount of the energon, the alloy, and the spark that you need to donate will probably be higher as each of the different levels go up. So here's the Rookie Academy. This is what I was just first talking about. It starts out, you're unlocked. That's one of the first things you can work towards. Rookie bases will not be picked to defend in Alliance Wars. And each level that you unlock in the Rookie Academy is one additional rookie. So Max Rookie Academy, you can have 5 different people marked as rookies. Now, just because you can mark 5, if you've got all strong players, you don't have to mark anybody as rookies. You can still keep everybody out there in the pool as if you want. It's just the ability is there for you if you want it. The Intel Room is another one that's unlocked immediately. You still have to donate to get it to that level 1, and that will start giving you a bonus Energon and Alloy when you go and play PvP. And you'll get an additional 3% bonus for each of the levels. So now that's helpful. This is definitely one to go after, is the Intel Room, to get yourself a little extra Alloy and Energon, because you know we could all use more of that, right? Maybe not the Alloy. Alloy's pretty plentiful. Energon, everybody needs more Energon, alright? So, the Training Center, this is one where you can earn bonus XP from basically any battle, PvP, elimination mode, or even events. And start off, you get an additional 5% bonus for each level, but it is not one of those that is unlocked right away. You do have to get to a level 3 on the mining station, and I believe this is one that has to be charged, meaning it's not active all the time. You know, one of your Alliance officers, I believe, has to choose to activate this, and then I think it's like 24 hours, I heard it's active, maybe 48 hours it's active for all Alliance members. So that's one of those times where you might want to think about, when is it most beneficial to have this be active? When are most of your Alliance members going to be playing? And I think they said there's going to be a cooldown for this as well. To me, for our Alliance, it's going to be on the weekends during the events, because that's when everybody is playing. That's when we really expect everybody to be playing. So if I'm in charge of the training center or anything that needs to be charged to provide benefit to all the Alliance members, I would probably do it on the events, because you're getting bonus XP during the event anyway. Why not get bonus, right? To stack your bonuses. Okay, so the mining station, this is one that is unlocked right away. This is towards the harvesters. So like the previous one, what was that? Not the training center, the Intel Room. That increases the bonus from your raids. The mining station gives you bonus harvest rate. So just what you get from your Alloy and Energon harvesters, when you just go tap that every 5 seconds that it pops up, you get an additional 2% bonus for every level. And then defensive operations. This is kind of like the opposite of the rookies, in the fact that rookies, you keep them out of the defense on the wars. This one, you can designate special defenders to give them extra health and damage on defense. So this is actually people you want to be on defense. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this officially puts them on defense, but they do get you can specify up to 3 at the max level, and they get 2% bonus hit points, health, and damage for their defenses when they are in a war. So these are definitely the people you're going to want to see who have like the best bases in your alliance. Not only the strongest, but the best layout. The ones that are particularly tricky to defend. So those are the people that you're going to be putting in for the defender. I can see the top alliances probably having a tough time picking who they're going to mark as defenders. And so the strikers, outposts, again, we're talking about wars here. You can designate strikers in alliance wars, and these get extra health and damage while they attack. So you can, again, just like the other one, you can designate up to 3 strikers who will get an additional 2%, 4%, or additional 2% per level of health and DPS. Now, I'm not sure what the strategy might be on this one. This one might actually be... this might be something that you want to do. The first thought is, ooh, striker. I'm strong. I want to be the striker. You might want to think about that. Maybe the strikers you want to give to the people who are actually on the weaker side. Because the people that you have in your alliance that are consistently getting the 225 or more if they do hard mode, they don't really need that extra bonus. But the people who are struggling to get that 225 that can't quite get all those bases, those are the people that actually need the bonus. So you might actually want those people as the strikers. As opposed to looking at the striker as I'm the strongest guy. No, you actually want to give this to the weakest guy because he's the guy who needs the most help when he's attacking the base. That's my thought about it. How you guys in other alliances choose to do it, that's your prerogative. But to me, that's what I think a striker is. So, yeah, Robert C4 is like, I need that boost. I barely sneak past the Titans. Yeah, I hear you, man. So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of a bonus on some of these. And so here's the talk about the leaderboards. You can see the leaderboard in each of the different buildings. It's got a little leaderboard button. That's just the leaderboard for the people who have donated for that particular level of that particular building, who has donated the most for that time. Each time that building levels up, the leaderboard resets. And so there you go. As you can see, Dale made himself the commander of his one-person alliance for this demonstration, and made one donation for 50 points and got the #1 spot. So congratulations to you, Dale. It's very, very similar to what I just did on my account. The commander of my one-person alliance and made 150 loyalty point donation. Yeah. So. Yeah, so there you go. It's just an indication of who's helping out, but that's about it. And it does say you don't lose individual loyalty points if you join another alliance. So they say you can go ahead and head over and help other alliances with donations. I'm not entirely sure about this explanation here. But it does say things like donations can be skipped to help an alliance complete faster, but you have to have been in the alliance for 6 hours. So you can't skip once you leave. So I'm not entirely sure how the whole skipping donations and the timing of donations jumping from alliances to go help out or anything like that. And personally, I don't see a lot of people jumping alliance to alliance to go donate a handful of alloy and energon. To help out. Maybe you will. Maybe some people will, and that'd be great. But I don't see that happening too much. And but I mean, it's good to know that you keep in loyalty points if you go from one alliance to another. So there you go. And as you can see, even like when I pulled it up in the game, you can see all of the different the what you're actually working towards when you want to go donate. So, and of course, as the higher level of a specific project, more resources need to be donated for that. They did say that. Okay. And that's pretty much the end of the wiki for the Alliance headquarters. So you know what? Because this is the test account, I have a whole bunch of coins. So, I was just going to say I'll skip this and go through donations, but that would mean we'd have to be sitting here going through doing that another 218 times. And you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. So we'll just have to find that out as we play the game. So, so it would be nice if it wasn't quite so many things to have to donate to be able to level it up for demonstration purposes. But I'm not doing that. No way. Yeah, If I start down that road doing that, this guy's gonna take over, and that's gonna be the end of it. Oh, goodness gracious! I'm dropping things all over the place. Oh, where were we? We're over here. So, community corner time. Razorquake, where are you? Don't get super excited yet, because I gotta go change this first, because it's the same window. There we go. Call and response right there. All right, so community corner. We're first up. This is what you're seeing now. If you're not familiar, this we have a Discord. I have a Discord, I guess. The link is in the description of this video and pretty much all of my videos for the past couple of years, at least. Head on over there, say hi, hang out, ask questions, post your accomplishments, but look for the stream submissions channel where you can post pictures of your collection, various art that you've made, and stuff, and we'll talk about it here on the stream. So what we've got here is we've got Mega Prime here sharing off War for Cybertron. Looks like Siege Starscream and Siege Soundwave in the one picture. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, so there we go. And then over here we've got the same Siege Starscream, also with like more of a core class Cyberverse Starscream. So very cool. And next up we've got Alien Frog, who also has a bunch of aliases, right now going by the alias of Predaking for some reason. And has we've got been giving us some stop motions. So let's take a look. We call this Full Scale Warfare Part 2. Blue Streak coming in, fighting Galvatron. There's Blaster, Monkey Prime pounding his chest. That is definitely some full-scale warfare. Uh-oh. We got the sword here. Knocked all the color out of it. What did he do with his arm there? Wow. That's supposed to be like he sliced it off? That was clever. Oh, you broke your toy. Yeah, don't you hate it when your toys fight and they break each other? Oh, well, that's weird. Something weird's going on. Uh-oh, we've got a G2 Ramjet coming in. You better not make me get a copyright strike with this background music you're throwing on here. So there we go. We've got more stop motions. Stop motions. Oh, I just realized it's kind of off your screen. We'll back that up. Okay, well, we'll just let it finish and then we'll start it again. Now the Titans return Megatron. Gives you a little blast, then he flies away. Nice! Especially proud of the tank to robot transformation. I agree, that was really smooth. Man, you got way more patience than I do. It's also up from Alien Frog. Combined Autobot symbol speaks for all factions of good. That is pretty cool. You got a little bit of Maximal in there, a little bit of the Wreckers logo in the forehead area. Yeah, that's a pretty cool logo, man. You're gonna make me get a copyright strike from myself by throwing this clip in here. Yeah, okay, so I can barely hear that. So I don't know if that came across. I was making it Joe's, it's nacho jazz, it's my jazz. So we got a little bit of hoistception going on in here. So I appreciate you taking the clips and stuff like that. Doesn't need to be in a community corner in the future, though. And here we go with Razorquake, who's got some Forza Horizon 5, I think. And we've got Nest Ratchet. That's very cool. And Nest Ironhide. I don't know if we ever got an actual Nest Ironhide, but hey, he made it work, and that looks cool. And I had to use a Toyota Tacoma because they don't have the top kick. Yeah, it makes sense. Nest Optimus Prime. Basically, slap a gunmetal paint job on any bot, and it's going to be Nest whoever. So... And we got an original character, Autobot Trailblazer. Now, anybody remember that episode where Optimus Prime forgot, and called Trailblazer? It's funny because that was an episode where there was an imposter Optimus Prime, and they were trying to figure out who was the real one. And after they figured out that Optimus Prime was the real one, got rid of the duplicate, it's at that point that he called him Trailblazer. So I was like, wait a second, did they get rid of the wrong one? And so we've got Optimus Primal, who is a truck not monkey at this time. Cheetor, I like how you gave him the spots. That's clever. Rhinox, that is a fitting alt mode for Rhinox. Dodge Challenger Bumblebee. Oh man, you're breaking all kinds of rules. Bumblebee's a Camaro. You're blowing people's minds with this one. Slap a coat of red paint on it. That'd make for a pretty decent cliff jumper, though. And here's Robert C4 came in, did some touch-ups on his RID 2015 Starscream. That's looking pretty good. I haven't looked at this figure in a while, so not entirely sure which touch-ups that you did on this figure. But it's looking pretty nice, though. It's definitely looking good. So, and I gotta tell you, I've seen some paint jobs which are obvious paint jobs. The fact that it's not an obvious paint job and I can't figure out where you did it means you did a good job. So, yeah. The pinkish red parts, he says. Okay. So that's kind of like the like his torso and the by the legs. Okay, nice. That's very nice. Like I said, I can't tell. You did a good job. And here is Ironhide with his original characters. We got a slew of them. And head on over to zapbots.com if you want to learn more about these bots and their backstory. It's kind of his version, take on the Transformers, GoBots, that type of a storyline. So I still need to find some time to go read your stories, though, bro. But I appreciate you continuing to remind us. And Space Ace turns into a space shuttle, and. Say something about NASA here. He's a bit upset at NASA lately for obvious reasons. Oh, because they stole his design? That is funny. I tell you what, if this was a toy, I would buy it because I buy all space shuttle toys. And America's Zapbot is Flip. He's known as America's Zapbot. He turns into a propeller-driven fighter plane. Nice. He's even got a little shoulder cannon. He's kind of like a cross between Seeker and Soundwave there, almost looks like. Oh, he's upset at NASA because they stopped the space shuttle program. Okay, yeah, well, I definitely sympathize with that. Yeah, I can see. And with his alt mode being a space shuttle, stopping the space shuttle program kind of takes away from his ability to hide. Not that you got space shuttles flying around everywhere anyway, so it's kind of like Cosmos being a UFO. It's not like he's really hiding because, I mean, whether he's a robot or he's a UFO flying around, everybody's going to be like, hey, what's that? You know, or Wheeljack or Mirage being specific race cars. They can't just drive around on the streets. They're not blending in. You know, the Transformer with the most the best alt mode for blending in. Yeah, Bumblebee is up there. Volkswagen Bug, maybe not today, but during the 80s, yeah, sure. Optimus Prime as a truck. But what I'm thinking, like from the Bayformers, Jolt. He turns into like a sedan. Yeah, he's not a fancy concept Camaro or a Corvette or a giant honking GMC top kick truck. He's a blue sedan. So, anyway, sorry, I digress. Let's see. Bolts. He has anger issues. He turns into a fishing yacht. Very cool. Kind of got a jet looking bot mode too, though. He generally hates to be around other bots except for his own combat team brothers. I can sympathize. Let's see. Passage is an extreme introvert to the point of not being seen or even talked to. I suppose that works well for somebody with a drill alt mode. So he just drills on the ground. Nobody's going to see him. So nice. And next up we've got Precision. Calculates down to the nanometer. And Bomb. Oh, Precision calculates it down to the nanometer. Bomb can literally obliterate anything. Yeah, so it looks like a tank with a railgun, maybe? Cool. Kind of like a more serious version of Warpath. Oh, so this a whole combat, a whole combiner team. I see. Mixture of all the combat team personalities when joined together. Salvor is extremely powerful Zapbot, capable of destroying numerous enemies quickly and efficiently. Okay, cool. I didn't even realize this is a whole combiner team coming together. Nice. Very cool. Oh, it's a Russian tank you're saying was Bomb. Nice. Cool, thank you for sharing. And PB2 coming in with our Minecraft bots. And we're taking a look at the G2 Skydive. That's the new skin that we'll be earning in the current Cyber Pass. Along with GPS Slingshot over there, and I think G2 Air Raid and Silverbolt also there in the background. It's interesting that all the others are G2, but Slingshot is GPS. I don't get it. I'm not sure what that's all about. And Alien Frog is coming back around for another visit, making me jealous with that Watermelon Mirage already. Showing off next to a melon-flavored Mountain Dew, apparently, and why we call him Watermelon Mirage. So, yeah, nice. Oh, he's even using the can as a shield, an obstacle to hide behind. Very nice. Just continuing to make me jealous. Oh, and apparently that glitch we saw in his stop motion has made it over here and is affecting Watermelon Mirage. Apparently he's a double agent. And last but not least, we got a last-minute addition from Prime and Duncan with a really cool pose of Ultra Magnus. Very cool. I like how you put those cannons on his arms as kind of like gauntlet weapons. Very cool. Thank you all for your submissions this week. as I said before, if you wanted to, if you want to get in on the community corner action, head to the Discord link in the description. Come on over there, say hi, and look for the stream submissions channel. Post up some pictures of your collection or some art that you've made, and we'll talk about it on the stream. And that usually is wrapping it up for the prepared content. And so I always throw this up there. There's the link for YouTube. You guys are already here. If this somehow happens to get somewhere else, like if somebody steals this video, it's happened before. This is where the videos are actually at, not on whatever janky channel that you happen to be watching where it was stolen from. Or I don't know. But yeah, youtube.com/EngineHoist. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter or Facebook, or pretty much if there's this, if I have a social media account, it's going to be @EngineerHoist. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, I don't post a lot, but I have them because you know that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to have some kind of a social media presence, right? Yeah. All right, and credits. We'll roll the credits. Thank you to everybody who is a channel member and helps out with your financial support every month, and also thank you to all of our moderators who help out here in the chat on the live streams as well as in the Discord server. And there's the camera. It took a second for it to come on over. So I usually do crystals, right? You know, I gotta change accounts. So bear with me. I'm gonna lose the music for a second here. Oh no, we're losing music. It's quiet. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I did actually, I say I don't post a lot on Instagram or anything like that, but I did post something recently, and it's right back there behind me. It's right back there behind me. It's kind of big. We'll see about showing that off later. I did not get a chance to pre-claim all of my crystal shards, so we'll go ahead and just do that now. And we're going to actually go over here to the space bridge first. Go over here, because that way it doesn't pop up like it's a big surprise every time you tap the button. So we got 40 of those. We got a 4-star crystal. And still a ways away from any more 5-star shenanigans. What the heck, we'll go ahead and crack these free crystals. And the 3 stars, they're all duplicates, so I wait until I get 10 of them just so I can, do that. And so that would be actually 9 of them. That's not going to be enough for another 4-star crystal. If we get enough, we may still get another 4-star crystal based on the premium dupes, or if we're that close, I may go crack some of those 3 stars. And I do also, I did hear somebody subscribed or did something. I didn't catch it though. But thank you to whoever did whatever you did. Alright, so we'll do the power core, last gas mine. Got a G-metal one. These I'm pretty sure are from the cyber pass. Anti-air laser. Not sure if I need those. And we got a bot G-metal core. Is Nemesis still cradling Tarn? No. It wasn't very solid there, to be perfectly honest. But plus also, I've since added, taken all of the weapons, like the cannons and the seekers. I took all those off the sprue and went ahead and added them to Nemesis there. So she's got the cannons. 2 of them are like on the back of her arms. That's just the bait where it works well in the ship mode. And the other 3 are like, dotted on the chest. And then the seekers are actually kind of in the forearms. You open up a little panel that slides out. So that's where they end up in her bot mode. And I think this is a War for Cybertron skin chip. Yeah. So we've got to run amok. And we'll crack premium crystals, see what we get. It's very likely to be Duke sitting here tonight. Yeah, I've gotten a fair amount of 3 stars so far, so we might be going to get the second 4-star crystal here. Still waiting for the day you get your 4-star Cybertron Jetfire? Are you? You missed it, dude. I've got Cybertron Jetfire. I got him like last stream or the stream before that. You must have missed it. 4-star Ironhide. I don't know if that's going to be enough. No, but hey, there's my 10 3-star crystals, and that'll get us. That'll definitely get us to another 4-star crystal. There we go. I wish they had a grab 10 button on the 3 stars now. They're giving out so many 3-star shards anymore. They really need a times 10 button to grab 3-star crystals. As expected, all duplicates. It'll come back over here one more time. We'll grab another 4-star crystal. We'll turn off the X10 and we'll grab 4-star duplicate of Cuff. Alrighty. And the next 4-star duplicate is Nose Cone. Everybody's favorite bot. Vote for Nose Cone. I'm not opening those. It's such a waste to open those if you're not opening them 10 at a time, or like just 1 at a time or whatever. You're saying the audio is off? Yeah, it happens. The dispatch mission chest. That's what I was trying to say. Oh yeah, I need to go prove that I have my Cybertron Jetfire. There he is. Still working on him. He usually spends his time on dispatch missions, although you know what, I think I haven't been sending him out. I've been very busy the last couple of days, so. What do you call a dog with no legs? Doesn't matter, it ain't coming. Okay, let's go ahead. Since we're here, right? Might as well send bots out on dispatch missions so you can see who all goes out for my missions. I'm going to do it fast, so don't blink. There's Spinister, Viper, and Scrapnel, Reflector, Thundercracker, Shockwave, Razor Claw. And Mercenary Terror, how did you happen to miss? Because you blinked. I told you, don't blink. I know you're talking about Cybertron Jetfire. I'm just saying, when it happened, you must have blinked. Celagon, C-Clamp, Double Dealer, Dispatch. Alright, so here we go. This one's not too bad. You ever get that where you've got so many dispatch missions and they all need like 3 warriors or like 3 gunners? And next thing I know is like I've got literally no gunners to use on my squads because this one needed a bunch of gunners and this one needed 4 and that was 3 and that was 2. Luckily that's not the case here. But whenever I'm doing the dispatch missions, first thing I do is I'll do stuff like this one first where it requires a little bit of everybody, because the last thing I want to do is have like one of these ones on the bottom row where it could take any bot and have that use up all my medics or whatever that usually go on the dispatch missions, and then have the oil rig which specifically requires a medic, and have them have to go grab one that's on one of my squads. So I always look for those that require a particular class of bot, and always load those up first. So like this next one here requires 4 warriors, so we'll load that one up first. And see, and there's Jet Fire. You know, I don't want top spin going. They always like to bring those guys as I'm bringing them up. So how much is he? 14. So I'm gonna go find somebody else who's about that level. Yeah, Gold Bug. Go on. Alright, so next one we'll do 7. That now I'm probably going to be having to fight top spin on all of these. Yeah. Go ahead and take Gnaw with you. You're welcome. And this last one, hey, they actually dropped him down first. So I want to work with top spin with my power leveling Elite 1. So there we go. Dispatch missions loaded up. That's why. Oh man, look at that. Oh, you can't even see. 3 million is the max Z Energon, and I'm at 2,754. 2,754,000. I'm gonna have to stop dispatch missions soon, just because I'm gonna be maxed on Zen. And even the, even the elimination mode, I'm only doing that just for the Cyberpass stuff. Because you gotta win 50 of them, and that's a big point quest. I don't even do it for the Z Energon anymore. I've been trying to use a little bit of it, but I spend most of my alloy and Energon on other stuff. I have been working on my walls a little bit here, so I've got a few max walls. I do have a few items. Like, I've been working on, like, getting the harvesters. Okay, well, not that one. Yeah, so I've maxed a couple of Energon harvesters. I think I was trying to do... What was it? No. A couple of... I've got, like, these 3 mortars I think I've managed to max out. And I might have done a cannon, I think? Yeah, that cannon I maxed out. So... Oh, my shock towers, I've got maxed out. So I've been working on some of the stuff, so it's not like I haven't used any of it. I just don't use that much, you know. Alright, so news, Alliance headquarters, crystals. I think that's it for the Earth Wars stuff. So I thought, yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be the, we're calling it quits for the Earth Wars part of the stream. Obviously, as we get into the Ask Me Anything part of it, you can still ask about Earth Wars, but if you're just here watching for Earth Wars stuff, we're done. Keep rolling, my friends. If everybody else is interested in the haul my haul of Transformers figures from the past week, since you last saw me, stick around. First up... Scooby-Doo Scraphook. That's right, found him. This of course is the buzzworthy Bumblebee Robots in Disguise 2000 Universe Towline, who is literally just Scraphook, but with a new head and paint job. And I am not familiar with that show, but our good friend PB Chu, who is basically a guru of all things Transformers, or at least is very good at looking them up and finding evidence and posting pictures, did post a picture of the character from the show, and it looks the head is like spot on. So, but everything else about it is entirely scrap hook except the paint job. I mean, you know, from the toe, you know, from, you know, the weapons, the little wheel that comes with them, the hook, the pipes and everything. That's all exactly scrap hook. But I like how they've given us a different variety of these, and you know, all being unique. And the nice thing about the Evo Fusion gimmick is you can actually I've been using that basically to with these pipes, because I think here's scrap hook. I think this is how they tell you in the instructions you're supposed to put the pipes on them, or maybe they tell you you're supposed to put it in the wheels or something like that. But anyway, you're supposed to put them on the arms, because kind of like they're on the sides of the vehicle mode. So they tell you to put them on the arms. So that's what I did. I thought it was going to be cooler. Actually, first time I was switching it up was with axle grease. I put it on her back and had them facing straight up. I kind of like that look, but I wanted to do something differently for toe lines, so I actually still put them on the back, but I kind of angled them in, and I think that actually looks really cool too. So I actually almost like that better than the axle grease, where they're just kind of going straight up. So yeah, so there's the three versions of Scrap Hook and his repaints. Obviously, axle grease was a heavy retool. Got a whole new chest. The legs are all different. You know, even the top parts of the legs are different. Pretty much the only thing that's the same is kind of like the waist and like the arms, I think, are the same. But like the whole front half of the car, which is basically the legs, it's completely different. The chest is different. The head is different. Even the top part that become, you know, this whole part here is different. It's a little more streamlined to be like a car as opposed to a pickup truck. But yeah, so I think they've done a really good job giving us a nice little mix and match kind of deal. So we'll go ahead and get these comparison bots out of the way. Oh, before I do that, I do want to go bring in the odd man out, or the odd bot out. We do have Crash Bar. I always want to call him Crash Hog for some reason. I don't know why I want to call him Crash Hog. It's Crash Bar. But every time I look at him, it's Crash Hog. No, it's Crash Bar. So anyway, so there's the four Junkions that we've gotten from Legacy Evolution. And you know, I might have got the idea for axle grease for pipes from this guy, because now that I look at it, that's basically what I did. It was not a conscious thing to copy that, but that's probably where I got the idea. So yeah, so there we go. The mystery machine is running with. Yeah, he is kind of angled like he's running away to the camera. He's actually facing straight forward to me, but to the camera it does kind of look like he's running away. Oh, right, we're supposed to leave him here. The other ones are going away. Because we're leaving Scooby-Doo Scrapbook because he's part of the haul. So I actually had him last time. I just totally forgot to show you guys. It's Crosscut. Was never intending to get this guy because I already have skids and I have crankcase and I have burnout, and last thing I need is a silver version of this guy. But when you haven't got a new figure in a while, that tends to happen. You pick them up on the shelf, even ones that you didn't intend, and then sure enough, the floodgates open and like all your pre-orders come in. So, but anyway, we got Crosscut here. He's cool. I'll take a look at him, compare him with my Thrilling 30 Crosscut, and see which one I want to keep, or if not both of them. So yeah, we got him. These next ones were big surprises. This happened. This was. So here's the story. Last Friday, I knew I had an order coming in from Amazon, because I ordered something on Prime Day, but it took a little while for it to ship, because it wasn't one of those things that they sell a lot of. So it took a while for it to actually get to me. So I knew I had something coming in on Friday, and then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there. So I see the notification, hey, Amazon's about to deliver or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. And then when I go to pick it up, all of a sudden I see 2 packages there. You know, like, what? Why is there 2 packages? I open up the second package, and I totally missed the notification that this guy was coming along with this guy. So I had them pre-ordered forever, but the Studio Series 86 Snarl and Legacy Evolution Armada Megatron showed up. I had no idea they were even coming. The whole anticipation of, I can't wait for those bots to show up today, was non-existent, because they just magically appeared with the other thing that I ordered. It was a ceiling fan. I need a new ceiling fan. That's why I ordered. So you guys don't start speculating about anything weird thing. It was a ceiling fan. So, but yeah, Snarl is. I mean, these guys are both leader class figures. Snarl definitely is going for the heft. I mean, if you were to weigh them, they're both about the same weight. So, you know, he's definitely gone more for the height and the bulk. He's wearing all of his... Megatron is wearing all of his in his shoulder pads. So, we've got shoulder pads Prime. This is shoulder pads Megatron. I mean, give me a break here. And what are they thinking with this cannon? I know that's kind of his iconic thing. It's a good thing it's coming out from under, his side or whatever, because that could be like a really bad pose. And no, you cannot turn the turret down to make it do that. Because yes, I tried. So. You're saying, think we need to push Snarl's legs out from the inside of the knees? Oh! I totally missed that step. I didn't even know that step was there. Thank you. And I have seen reports where Snarl had some QC issues, where on his Dinobot head, he's got an Autobot symbol on his forehead. Very much like what I do. Where it was very misaligned. Mine is fine. Mine's fine. So we're all good there. And the last thing that I have to show is, I'm going to move these guys around because the smaller guys work better under my camera view. Snarl, where are you looking? There we go, buddy. Focus on the camera here. Focus on the camera. Alright, so the last one is, you said you don't think the knee thing is in the instructions. You know what? I actually didn't even use the instructions to transform him. Did I? For the most part, no. I think his arms, I think his back leg arms thing is where I went to the instructions, because that didn't make sense to me. Pretty much everything else I kind of figured out. The last thing is I had gotten the rest of this wave already, and somehow I missed out the pre-order on this guy. And by the time I realized it, he was sold out everywhere. Completely sold out. Except for I did find him at one store who was thinking about getting him in November, but then it was normal retail price, but then I would have to pay shipping, meaning it was going to cost me like $10 more than the normal retail price. But so as I was out looking for tow line, I didn't find him during this particular trip, but shrapnel. I found shrapnel. So now I do have Bombshell on pre-order. I do know that. So I will have the. Let's get Megatron out of here. You can't really see shrapnel very well. So let's give him some space, guys. Quit crowding. Give him some space. So we got shrapnel here. So I will have all 3 of the G1 Insecticons in the from the Legacy line. So I was kind of, I mean, I'd live. I mean, you know, if you don't get a figure, that's not the end of the world, right? But I did kind of want them. I definitely was not going to pay scalper prices. But, you know, just, right place, right time. Happened to find him. And didn't even have to pay for the extra shipping getting him from a place that I don't typically order from. But yeah, he's a really good figure. Yeah, I like him a lot better than Kickback for sure. I know a lot of people have said that, but I totally agree with that. Red Alert says won a shrapnel in a giveaway from Arbitrary Hero a few weeks ago. Oh, cool! Congrats. Love the yellow on his chest. Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like you know what it is. It looks to me like it's the translucent yellow where they painted it silver underneath. Because that's so that's the that's kind of meant to look, because the original G1 Transformers you could actually open up the chest, and that was meant for like little Diaclone figures or something like that. I know Kickback doesn't actually open. I'm pretty sure he doesn't actually open either. But it does. It's made to look like it does. And the way they get this cool effect is you take a translucent, a clear plastic, and then on the back side of it you put like a silver sticker, or you throw some silverish reflective paint on it, so you get that nice cool effect like that. So I'm pretty sure that's what they did. I figured that out because I think Toy Hacks did that with some set. I can't remember which one, but I recall a Toy Hack set where they took that for part of the set was to put just a plain silver sticker on the back side of a clear part to give it this kind of effect. So yeah, so cool. So that's the one I was probably happiest to get, just because I was worried I wasn't going to find him. I mean, Snarl and Megatron I knew were going to come eventually because I had them pre-ordered. Tow Line I was a little worried about too, because he wasn't even up for pre-order. The ones I'm currently worried about are that yellow Grimlock from Walmart, part of the Toxitron set, and I want Watermelon Mirage, as you heard before. Where who was it? Alien Frogs got one. I definitely want that. If I don't get that, I got the Masterpiece third-party one, so I'm cool with that. But that G2 Sideswipe, that yellow Sideswipe, looks pretty cool. I definitely want that. Not worried about Dead End. A lot of people were wanting the Dead End. I get it. But you know what? I'm not going in on the G2 Stunticons. I'm happy with my G1 styled Stunticons with my Menasor. I don't need to go for the G2 Menasor. They look cool, but I don't need it. So I'm not too worried about Dead End. But I would like the Sideswipe. If I don't get it, I won't be too upset. Watermelon Mirage, I would like. But the Grimlock, I really want. By the time I wasn't able to order it on Pulse because I wasn't there within the 5 minutes that it was available before it sold out. So I'm just going to have to try my luck finding it at Walmart. I keep checking the Walmart app like every day to see if it comes in stock to order or even pre-order or something like that. But in the meantime, I'm happy with Nacho Jazz. I'm happy with... Who else did I get out of that? I'm happy with... you can't even hardly see him. I'm happy with Toxitron. No clever naming, but Toxitron's already cool enough. And I'm happy with Cloud Cover. So I'm happy I got that. I'm happy with Toadline. I'm happy with Shrapnel. I'm happy with Armada Megatron. I'm happy with Snarl. Snarl is so cool, guys. They are killing these Studio Series 86 Dinobots. The only thing wrong with the Studio Series Dinobots is the knees on Sludge were way too weak. The joints on Sludge's legs were just they messed up those joints. That they were way too loose. Other than that, they're like perfect. Yeah. So if I have to get rid of every other Dinobot figure, if I only had to pick one Dinobot figure to keep, per character, it would be the Studio Series 86 line. They're that good. So have I seen the new RoboSen Grimlock? Yes, I have. I've also seen the price tag. It looks amazing. And personally, I think that is probably worth every penny. For the things that it does and the research and development that it went into, and for what it costs for them to make the thing, I think it is worth every penny of that $1,500. I'm not willing to spend that much to get one because I just know for a fact, because I've had that experience, I would get the thing in. The thing that makes it cool is that it transforms and it can do all this cool stuff with the app and the gimmicks and the sounds and all that stuff. I would play with that thing for probably like an hour, and then it would just sit there on the shelf. And I'm not paying $1,500 for an hour of playing with it. I mean, I know that's up to me to get my money's worth out of messing around with it, but I just know myself. I would not be playing with that thing enough to be make it worth $1,500. Same reason why I didn't get the RoboSen Optimus, which was like half that price. I just knew I just wouldn't use it that much. I think I've told the story before, even about the same conversation, and I'll tell it again next time they come out with the RoboSen Megatron or whatever else they come out with. I went to the droid factory at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney World. I put together a droid. They don't let you play with it at the park, which is fine. You got too many people around. Anyway, I got it home. I took it out. I rolled the darn thing around for 15 minutes. I put it back in the box, and there it has stayed for like the last 3 years. I'm not paying $1,500 to do that. So, as if I had $1,500 to spare. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so we got the names for all the G2 bots. Dorito Dust Jazz, Lime Prime, Watermelon Mirage, Strawberry Lemonade Sideswipe, and you don't know a name for the Yellow Grimlock. You know, he's almost the same colors as that Sideswipe, to tell you the truth. So, let's see what else. Oh, I can show you that. I don't know if I'd be able to. I've took a picture of it over here where all the other bots are, but it comes out quite a ways, so I'd have to pull the camera back a ways. I could. I don't know how this will work. I could always just turn this camera around this way. There's my the rest of my bots. Here, how about this? I'll turn the light this way too. So there's my standby bots in boxes. and get this over here. This is my quintessence Pit of Judgment that I 3D printed, designed by Fundy Studios. It's a lot of different parts that went into this. So there are these plates down there, like the little purple things down at the bottom. That's 3 plates across by 2 in the back. Plus there's also 1 layer on the top shelf. So there's 9 of those plates. Each of those plates, even with my fast printer that I bought, each of those plates takes like 2.5 hours to print. There's 9 of them. The other stuff took way longer. So you can see there's like stairs back there, and yeah, so we've got Pablo Wheeljack being fed to the Sharkticons for obvious reasons. But I brought it over here to take a picture of it. I'll put them back on the shelf somewhere. I think it's going to overhang the shelf a little bit, but overall, I think it'll fit. But you know, I've got like the Alicons up there acting as a bailiff. You know, I've got the judge up there declaring the innocence of Pablo. I've got a Sharkticon up here just because I don't have another Alicon at the moment. I've got the Decius Ironhide drone up there, and then of course I've got a few Sharkticons down there. If you want to see a better look at it, you can check out my Instagram. And we're back. In case anybody's wondering, there's Toxitron. Didn't really get a good look at him when I rolled him in. You could just kind of see his hood there. What state is known for extra small Pepsi? Minnesota. Yes, feed him to the Sharkticons. Indeed. With jokes like that, you deserve to be fed to the Sharkticons. Innocent. Feed him to the Sharkticons. No! Yep. There we go. Yeah, it's a good thing I did that was still up in the little thumbnail, because that would have probably been, you know, screen grabbed, and yeah, you might still screen grab it. Zoom and enhance. I always laugh anytime anybody says that on a TV show. Hey, can you zoom in and enhance that? There's no enhancing. Although, you know, we make those jokes, but at the time that we were hearing all that stuff, it can't be done. But, you know, with what AI can do nowadays, it probably will be able to enhance, you know, from some stuff. But, I mean, some of the things they enhance is like, hey, look, see those 2 pixels? I want you to make that a fully detailed screen picture of this person's face. It's like literally 2 pixels. You can't do that. Yeah, I don't care how smart your AI is, but I don't know, man. There's some pretty smart people out there making these programs and stuff. Snarl was in the movie, but the animators only had 4 Dinobot models to share around, and they left out Snarl on most of them. Yeah, there are 2 scenes that I'm aware of that Snarl exists. I want to say, I don't remember exactly what it is, but I think they're on Earth and they're trying to escape, and Hot Rod's trying to get the Dinobots into the shuttle, and I think that's when, if I recall, that's when Galvatron is coming in to attack with Cyclonus, and is shooting at them. And that's when, I want to say Grimlock or Sludge, and they kind of turn and shoot their fire breath and hit them, and Galvatron's like... but as they come in and they fire, the Dinobots all turn around, and there's a one little shot. Snarl is one of the ones who turns around like, what was that? I'm pretty sure that's the one, but I know it's a shot of Snarl turning around at something that just fired at him. I'm pretty sure it's there. And the other one is as Hot Rod, Cup, and the Dinobots and Wheelie arrive on the planet of Junk in the Quintesson Spiral ship to kind of save Cup and Springer and Ultra Magnus and all that stuff, to break them up and become friends with the Junkions. As they're arriving, there's kind of it's really small, but if you freeze frame it and you look close, in the window of the ship, you'll see like the Dinobots, and Snarl is there in his bot mode. So there, those are the two spots where Snarl is. And I got corrected here. It says it's not Hot Rod, it's Blur. Okay, yes, true. So Blur was helping at that point. Hot Rod does end up on the ship with them. But Blur was helping, was trying to get him on at that point. Okay. Did I cover SDCC? I covered a little bit of it. I didn't have any pictures. I think we kind of talked about like that, and I didn't think to grab them for today either. But the Studio Series Commander Class Ultra Magnus, definitely getting that one. It looks good. And I know some people are like, where's the White Optimus in there? Studio Series 86 is about the 1986 movie. You go point out where Ultra Magnus had the White Optimus mode in that movie, and then I'll let you complain. Otherwise, shut up. Or keep complaining, but I'm not going to listen to you. Let's see. Still don't know when we're going to be able to order that stupid Dion and Ariel set. You know, it's been out in Canada freely forever. And then they made it SDCC exclusive. And I'm certain I'm never going to see those two figures. Just because, for whatever reason, I mean, everybody wants them. I don't understand the point of exclusives. Do you not want money? People want these things. Why do you only make a few of them? People want these things. I mean, I could understand this whole G2 thing with like the yellow Grimlock and the Nacho Jazz and stuff like that. That's kind of a risk. Not everybody's going to be all about that. I mean, I am. I love those colors. But I get it. But some things, like Dion and Ariel, or like the Alpha Trion and Orion Pax, why would you not make so many of those? Because I don't know how they run out of stuff. Cosmos, why would you only pack one Cosmos in the box? If they'd have packed there should have been at least 2 Cosmoses in those boxes for that Velocitron set. You know, I don't understand why they short pack and limit things. The whole concept of exclusives from a company's thinking of myself as a company, it doesn't make sense, because all you're doing is making the thing more valuable on the secondary market. The company doesn't see a penny of that secondary market. I don't get that. I don't get it. All it does, it makes it harder for people to get it that actually want it. So weird. Cuddy Fox saying Studio Series 86 Cup was the same way. He's got lucky to find one. Well, the interesting thing about that is they eventually released him in a different deco in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, and then he started a shelf warm. And that's the other thing too. They make some things so exclusive that it's practically impossible to get them. that their prices skyrocket on the secondary market, again, which the company doesn't get them, and then they'll just release, like, how many times have we got some of these figures? Like, how many Siege Tetrajet molds are we getting? We're getting another one here soon with freaking Nacelle. Yeah, even the Senator Shockwave one in that Amazon set was it was modified, but it was still that. But I mean, we're already up to 3 scrap hooks, here within a year. So, Alto Phil saying they're not buying those exclusives to make a profit on the figures. They're doing it to generate foot traffic of people who don't typically shop at Walmart. But that's still stupid. Nobody's gonna go. The people who want those figures are gonna go into the Transformers. They're gonna pick up that thing, and then they're gonna leave. They're not gonna buy anything else at Walmart if they weren't there to buy something. But get that anyway. Or they probably want to go, or I don't know. Maybe some people will. But I mean, I know, I shop at Walmart regularly anyway, so it doesn't really count what my pattern is. It doesn't really matter because, I pretty much beeline to the Transformer aisle. Then I check the Lego aisle. I usually check the clearance. If I found a, Override was on clearance for $17. Then if I need some groceries, I'll go over and do my grocery shopping or whatever. But I mean, I typically shop at Walmart as one of my go-to stores. So. Think how many people visit Walmart and over to get those things. Yeah, I suppose, but the only person who made out, from my standpoint, were the gas stations, because for all the stinking gas I had to put in my car. And as it was, I still never found them. Larkin found them. So the only person who made out from them having their stupid exclusive Cosmos were the gas stations and the post office. Walmart didn't get an extra penny. So there. I'm just complaining. I don't do that often. It happens sometimes. Okay, well, at least we're on the same page. Three scrap hooks and no paddles. Some people are looking for Dinobots, but instead we get Movieverse RC and now Blitzwing on the shelves. Yes, there again, Blitzwing. Blitzwing is still. I've still got Evolution, or this. I've got regular Legacy Blitzwing still on the shelves, and now we've got Evolution Blitzwing on the shelves because they pack him in with Megatron instead of just putting out 2 Megatrons. And that's not exclusives. That's like normal wave mark. But they wanted to put out Blitzwing again, even though they're already on there. Galvatron. I've still got the darn Legacy Galvatrons clogging my shelves. I got like 4 of them on the shelves everywhere. Everybody already got them in Kingdom. Nobody needs them again in Legacy. It's like, oh, maybe you want them without all the battle damage. Well, either A, the people were okay with it with battle damage and didn't do anything with it, or B, there's plenty of videos out there to tell you how to remove it, and people did that. So they don't need to go buy another one without battle damage. And the problem is, there's not a lot of Galvatron's not one of those characters that you can just go slap a weird paint job on to go buy another one. Like Sideswipe. There's so many different ways you could paint a Sideswipe toy. There's so many different ways you could paint a Prowl toy or something like that. I mean, heck, they did a pretty good job, with Jazz. They've done a good job with Jazz. They've done a pretty good job with Scrapbook. They've done a good job with the little Skids mold over there. But Galvatron? There's like even Snarl. The only, you could go with the G2 colors, but there's not much you could do with Galvatron. I mean, there's the toy version, but they released a toy version in Generation Selects. Some things it just doesn't make sense to me. The decisions they make, and honestly, it's just one of those things where it's kind of annoying as the person who's looking, trying to get the stuff. Like for example, and sometimes it's just maybe they just have a bad buy or they order the wrong thing and they go, well, we got the stuff, might as well put it on the shelf. Like at my Walmart, I'm not going to bother looking for any Studio Series Core Class figures for the foreseeable future because they have 2 pegs, like 10 deep, of Spike with Wiki, Ravage, and Shockwave. There's 20 total, and it's those 3 figures. And it's just, and those have been out forever. Everybody who wants them has got them. The only way I'm going to find a new Studio Series Core Class figure at my Walmart is when they decide to finally put all that junk on clearance. I remember that there was a time when Thrilling 30 was around, my Target had Roadbusters. There were 3 Roadbusters. Every time I'd go in there, the only Voyager class figure they had was that Roadbuster, 3 times over. I almost bought them just so they'd get new stuff in. I'm glad I didn't, because that would be stupid. But what am I going to do with Roadbusters? But I almost did. Sometimes I think, man, I should just buy this stuff so that I actually get stuff in. Because I have a feeling they're not getting stuff in because why? They got plenty of stuff on the shelf. Because the people who are making these decisions of whether you order or whatever, they're not Transformers collectors. They're not fans. They're just looking at, hey, we've got 3 units on the shelf. Where our max is 4. We don't need to order any more. Versus, hey, we've got 0 units on the shelf. We need to order some more. Those are the kinds of people that are making the decisions, and that goes back to the thing about the exclusives too. It's those types of people making those decisions. It's not the Transformer fans that are making those decisions. It's the bean counters who don't care about that type of stuff. So, yeah. But that Roadbuster was a pretty good figure. I know! That's why I was so surprised that it was sitting there shelf warming. It's a good figure. I was blown away that it was just kept sitting there. And all the bulkheads only just the legacy bulkheads only just recently cleared out. I have a feeling they must have clearanced them or sent them off to Ollie's or Ross or something. Now I've got 6 Metal Hawks. Is it Metal Hawks? Yeah, I've got 6 Metal Hawks at Target and 5 G-Axis at Walmart. Again, by this point, everybody who wants one's got them, so I'm gonna have to wait for all that stuff to clear out. I don't often go out looking for stuff anymore. So I mean, I guess Altabot Phil's kind of got a point. The only I have been out there looking at the Transformer aisle more lately because of this, only can get them in the store type of stuff versus doing what I usually do and ordering it and having it delivered, because that's the only way you can get stuff anymore. You got to pre-order it, but now there's some of the stuff is so limited you can't even pre-order it. So I agree. I love my bulkhead. I got the normal retail one. I got the Wreck and Rule one, and I've got an extra bulkhead. I don't know if I'll ever get to it because I want to, but I always just seem to find other stuff to do. But I want to take. I got an extra bulkhead because I want to make a garbage truck. A garbage truck back for him and turn him into salvage from rescue bots. I think he would look really good as salvage, as a garbage truck, as salvage from rescue bots. And Metal Hawk's real cool too. He's basically a retool of the Kingdom Cyclonus, which is a fantastic figure. Back in the early 30 days, you hid a whirl figure and it's still in the same spot where you hit it a year later. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, I've actually seen a couple cases where I've seen people hiding figures a few rows over or different things like that. The only unfortunate part about that is I already had that stuff, so it wasn't like, oh, I found a gem. I mean, imagine if I go and I'm looking at like shoes and I find that G2 Grimlock, I'll be like, oh my gosh, that one is I'd probably. I said I was about to say I'd probably do this, but I know I won't. But I was going to say I'd probably whip out my phone and actually just stream right from there. Look what I found here! So I'd just be so excited, but I wouldn't do that because I don't know. I feel weird talking to the camera out in public. Like the whole vlogger thing where people walking around, just walking around a theme park or a store or whatever, just kind of talking to the camera or whatever. Hey, if you're fine doing that, more power to you. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think you're weird. But personally, I would feel weird. So. My target said, check under here, people slide stuff under there all the time. I mean, employees would know because I'm sure they look for stuff. If Walmart has been lowering prices every day since they started, why isn't everything free by now? Because they're always getting new stuff in with new prices, so they have to start over. That's how they do it. They always get rid of it and send it off somewhere else before it's all the way rolled down to free. And by that point, they're getting new stuff in, which has a new starting point. That's why it doesn't ever get free. I know you're joking, and it's funny, but that's kind of a logical answer too. It's cool when you got people, who are cool and want to help you out or whatever. They haven't dropped anything from that bulkhead mold. Salvage can be on the way. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be that's a pretty versatile. That's a pretty versatile mold. I mean, they could really do a lot of different things with it. I'm surprised that the only thing we've seen from that mold again was just another bulkhead. So yeah, I'm a little surprised. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna get salvage. I mean, getting the rescue bots in Legacy would be so cool. I would be so happy. I just don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if Rescue Bots is as big of a hit that they think they'd be able to go into that. And if they did, Salvage is kind of a season 3 character, so he wasn't even around that long. So the Rescue Bots are already kind of a deep cut, even though they've been like the longest running Transformers show, I think. But it's still, for the general Transformers fandom, I think Rescue Bots is probably kind of considered a deep cut, and Salvage is one of the deepest cuts of the Rescue Bots. All I know is I've been saying from the beginning when I first watched the Rescue Bots is I would love this style of a figure of those Rescue Bots, and Legacy would be the perfect place to bring them. Heatwave, Blades, Boulder, Chase. We did get a blur. The RID 15 line did put out a blur, and it's the Rescue Bots blur. So we did get a blur in the Warrior class. Not quite Deluxe class, Warrior class, but we did get blur. Salvage would be great. If not, I just need to design that little garbage truck back. Honestly, I could probably design and print a little garbage truck thing without a whole lot of problem. The thing is, I don't want it to just be something that sits there. I want it to do something. You guys are saying rescue bots are on the way. Wasn't there a leak saying? Yeah, you know, as I'm saying, I wish they would come. I started to think it's like I think that I might have heard something that there was some. Yeah, it might be, and that'd be cool. I'd love to see Chase. I mean, he's got such a simple transformation too. I mean, if you look at how he transforms, I mean, but. So, let me go take a look at this. I think you've posted something up a couple times. Yeah, but it's always been a bad time to actually get to. Let's see if I can do this. Your Wave 1 Earth Wars request bots are Hardhead, Treadshot, Kickoff, Thunderhoof, Moon Racer, Fracture, Highbrow Croc, Chrome Night Racer, Circuit, Axer, Guzzle, Strike'em, Medics, Rigorous. Okay. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but a lot of cool names there. Wouldn't mind Croc and Earth Wars. I mean, that would be real easy to do, Croc. I mean, you already got Skull Smasher in there. Yeah, we got that in Titan's Return. Yeah, we got the Skull Smasher, and they did a Croc. I've got a Croc. He's on my hideously beautiful shelf. I mean, he's not quite as hideously beautiful as Nacho Jazz or Scooby-Doo Scrapbook, but he's got highlighter yellow and purple on a black background, so he qualifies. Yes, the Morbots. Yeah, the Dr. Morocco, his bots, the Morbots. Those would be cool. Yeah, Rescue Bots is so good. I need to go find that show again and go watch it. It's such a good little show, you know. Rescue Bots Academy was hard to watch. You know, the one that came after where it's like that one skewed even younger. Rescue Bots Academy was harder to watch. I didn't quite make it through all that one. But legit Rescue Bots, the straight up Rescue Bots, really good show. And anybody who hasn't gone and watched it, you're missing out, man. Yeah, Thunderhoof would be great. That's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite figure out of that whole entire RID 2015 toy line. Thunderhoof is really cool. He's the goat. I don't know if you meant that to be a. He's a deer. He's a deer, not a goat. Yeah, we get in Strong Arm, which is still a little disappointed. It's just a repaint of Alita 1, but that's fine. Windstrike and Sawtooth are in Earth Wars. Yeah, it's a good point. We do have some of those mini-cons from RID here in Earth Wars, so there's no reason why we can't have some of the bots, right? It kind of depends on the rules of the license and the properties, because, you know, maybe it's like, yes, you can use our mini-cons for combat bots, but you're not allowed to use the normal bots. I don't know. It's... Honestly, if it comes in the Legacy line, it's probably fair game. I mean, look at Bulkhead. And Bulkhead was a gateway drug for Breakdown Prime, who used his actual Transformers Prime toy model. So the Strong Arm being coming in Legacy could be the loophole that gets her into the Earth Wars. Would you rather watch Armada or Rescue Bots Academy? That's a hard one. I'd probably rather watch Rescue Bots Academy because I think those are 10-minute episodes, whereas Armada's more like 22 minutes. So it's like half the pain watching the Rescue Bots Academy. But no, really, I'd probably rather watch Armada because then I'd understand more about this idiot over here, and can understand more about what the people who are fans and have seen it, are more about it. So I do still want to get through Armada and the rest of the Unicron trilogy. However bad it is, I still do kind of want to watch through it because I hear there's some good parts. So I'll do it at some point, but I don't know. Excuse me. Take it easy, Alpha Tryon. You weren't in any trouble at all. I saw all your jokes. I just chose to ignore you. So, take it easy. How far am I? You mean into Armada? I don't think I've made it past 5 episodes yet. And to be honest with you, if I were to go do it, I'd probably have to watch those first 5 episodes again. And that's probably about as far as I'd make it before I go to something else again. I don't think I'll ever make it past 5 episodes. Beast Wars, I did end up watching the whole thing, but it took me a few tries to get through Beast Wars because those first few episodes of Beast Wars are brutal. Because it's Optimus Primal maximize, Rat Trap maximize, Cheetor maximize, Rhinox maximize, Megatron terrorize, Dinobot terrorize, Tarantulas terrorize. Credits. See you next week. And then I swear, that's what it felt like. It felt like the entire show was just name dropping and calling out maximize and terrorize, and that was like half of the show. And it's like, oh my gosh, is it going to be like this for this whole show? But it really wasn't. Once you get through those first couple episodes where they basically drill the names of those darn characters into your head, it turns into a pretty good show. A Pablo and an alpha bully. It's not an alpha bully. He was posting jokes that I just chose not to share on stream. That's okay. Pablo? Yeah. Y'all know I'm joking about that. I really am not mad about that. I've said all along, I like the design of this character. I just think it should have been called something other than Wheeljack. But you know what? They called him Wheeljack, and I'm fine with that. It's a cool design for a bot. He actually did stuff in the movie. Not a lot. It was pretty cool. And I'm totally okay with everything. If you want to call it Wheeljack, if I were to ever do a review, I would actually refer to this as Wheeljack. I'm just joking around, because I think it's funny to call him Pablo, just like I refer to Optimus Primal as Monkey Prime. It's really no different. It's just a nickname for the character, or Nacho Jazz we've been talking about, Shoulder Pads Prime. It's all in good fun. Pablo, he's cool, and those are Elton John glasses, not Urkel glasses. Get it right, because he's got style. So I'm serious. Go find pictures of Elton John when he's in his stage costumes with his glasses. Those are Elton John glasses. Those are not Urkel glasses. Oh, and one more thing about Pablo Wheeljack. His voice actor is Cristo Fernandez, so football is life, and so that he gets a pass for that at least. I need to go back and watch Ted Lasso again. Such a good show. felt like it kind of lost its way there at the first, early part or middle part of season 3 or whatever. But man, that thing ended so well. He did not say Transformers is life. Oh, not in the movie. Oh, did he? Oh, is there an interview? I did not see that. You got to get that for me. You got to share that with me. I want to go see that. He's going to be saying that for the rest of his life. So many good characters on that show. Oh. Yeah, here, let me put Pablo back on the pit. Chris Johnson, hello, how are you? Jamie, how are you? If they're going for DJD and Earth Wars, then love to see Nickel and Scar as counterparts. Scar just got a core class toy, and Nickel is the DJD medic. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just watch Rise of the Beast with your wife on Paramount. Okay, cool. Had you seen it before? Was that your first time seeing it? Guarantee that Earth Wars DJD is just bots in the game led by Tarn. I'm calling it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'd be surprised if we get any more DJD in the game, or even honestly in the toy line. I'd be surprised if we get any more DJD. So, oh, okay. You did see it in the theaters, but by yourself, so you saw it with your wife then. Okay. Gotcha. It's good. It's a good Transformers movie, and I mean it's just a good movie overall. I saw some people out on the internet. Oh, it's a masterpiece. It's like, okay, well, Chief, I wouldn't go quite that far. It's one of the better ones. It is definitely one of the. It's definitely one of the better ones, and you know, we've got. Is that 7? Not counting 86 movie, we're just talking the live action, the Bayverse. And yes, I refer to even Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast just as Bayverse, meaning whereas Bayverse equals live action. So we got the, just Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, Last Night, Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast. So that's 7 of them. So out of 7 films, you're gonna have a top 3, a bottom 3, and then you're gonna have a middle. So I would say Rise of the Beast is in the top 3. Bumblebee's pretty darn good too. Last Night is ranked number 7. I still watch it occasionally because it's got good parts to it. But overall, The Last Night is number 7. Hands down. Any other order that you want to put the live action movies in, it's going to be subject to opinion. And I'm not going to argue with any other rankings, but The Last Night is the bottom. And that one I am standing firm on. The thing is, I don't think anybody's going to argue with me on that one. So I can be confident in that selection because I don't think anybody's going to argue. Yeah, Bumblebee was a fresh take when you compare them all. Yeah, you know what? I wish they would have just said, yes, this is a reboot. I wish they would have just said, they left it too ambiguous, where it's kind of a reboot, it's kind of not. I wish they would have just said, yes, this is a reboot. And just gone full on that it's a reboot, instead of still leaving a little bit of like the Sector 7 business in there, and some, it's just gone completely away and just did a reboot. But they had to throw in Sector 7 and a Simmons, and so that ties it into the first few movies with the Bayverse, and so is it a reboot? And then, like, the last night's got Unicron horns coming out of the Earth, but then Rise of the Beast has Unicron as a completely separate thing. So I would say Rise of the Beast is definitely not in the same canon as Last Night, unless he somehow, in the next movie, somehow manages to go hide within the Earth, which, that would be dumb. So, then you've got, but at the same time, in Rise of the Beast, there was a hint that it is a direct sequel to the Bumblebee movie. Not a lot of references to it, but there was one line in particular that hinted that it was from that, so... I would say that this is probably the best way to say it. It's the same characters, the same Earth, you know, and so therefore you're going to have similarities. Like, you're going to have Agent Simmonses, you're going to have Sector 7s, you're going to have Bumblebees, you're going to have Primes, you're going to have Unicrons, but just like MCU's doing the multiverse, and Transformers has been doing the multiverse for a while. You know, you got the whole Shattered Glass thing, and you know, like the G1 is a continuity. It's like its own universe. You know, Transformers Prime is its kind of own universe. It's kind of like an aligned continuity. So basically, what you've got is now two universes in the live action. You've got like the Michael Bay movies is like, you know, Transformers 827, and then the Bumblebee Rise of the Beast is like Transformers 945, you know, universe or something. So very similar, but not, you know, you're going to have a lot of similarities, and so they can call back to some things, but it's not going to be like direct things or whatever. You know, you can retcon anything or headcanon anything to make it sense. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just glorified toy commercials, so don't lose your head about it. Just enjoy the toys. So... Studio and producer undecided to mark as a reboot or a prequel. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. They should have just made up their stupid minds. Instead of trying to play both sides, they just made it, made nerds' heads hurt. Oh, Professional Husky. Good to see you. Probably the only kid here. Oh, you'd be surprised. You get kids all the time. And that's fine. Not like real kids, YouTube. Because this is marked not for kids. The stream is marked not for kids. There's not real kids here. Not kids. If you don't understand, go back in time a few years ago where there was this whole brouhaha about copper and stuff. Absolutely. We're all kids deep inside. Alright. Oh my goodness. Why didn't somebody tell me what time it was? It's getting to be time to get on out of here. It's been fun. You guys had good questions, good topics of discussions and stuff like that. Yeah, it's time to head on out of here, get some rest, go finish out the week. And just a reminder, if y'all are still here and you weren't here at the beginning, we're not going to be streaming next week because I'm otherwise engaged, but we'll be back the week after. I'll still be around on Discord. If you're not there, links in the description. And that's going to do it. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. See you next time.